I'm a fourth generation graduate of VMI. Over the mantle of my grandparents' fireplace, my dad's father's fireplace, were two cross sabers and the first class photos of my father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. And then my dad taught at VMI from 1970 to 73, and it just left an impression on me. I saw what VMI did for him. I admire Dad and my grandfather immensely and wanted those same qualities myself.
My father was in the class of 1931, and of course I was in the class of 1960. So you say, why did you go to VMI? Because my father said, son, you can go to any school in Virginia you want, as long as it's VMI and I'll pay for it. Of course, there was a lot of activity going on in barracks. You know, we were looking around up, hear all these people running around. And of course, everybody was beginning to realize that, including myself, that the world was changing right before my eyes.
I said goodbye to my parents. I was down waiting to get my haircut at the barber shop, had my rat Bible, and I had locked my parents' keys in the car. And the cadre certainly learned of that and made me aware of what I had done. And it's not something I forgot.
I'd go home the few times you could during the course of the year and complain about how bad the rat line was, I had to do this, I had to do that. And Daddy would look at me and he'd say, "You've got it easy, son." I was president of the honor court for a year, which I count as one of the greatest honors I've ever had in my life. I felt honored, and I felt I had a significant obligation to fulfill as the president of the court in dealing with the Corps and dealing with the court. And when I look at my entire career and the fact that I got promoted to colonel, that it served me well, leaning on that experience that I'd had at VMI.
I think that's one of the biggest things you learn about yourself is you can do more than you think you can, especially when you have the help and support of people around you going through the same thing.
Everybody tells us it's the worst place in the world to be when you're a cadet, but when you get out, it's the best school in the world. And I have found that to be true.
It's more than a book education, it's a life education. And it's one that needs to be carried on from generation to generation.